welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are discussing 7 habits for healthy skin that I'm introducing in 2025 and you should do. Some of these are going to be habits that I've been doing so far, but I definitely want to keep this year as well because they have proven to be amazing for my skin. Number 1 is drinking tea, and I mean herbal tea. Now, of course, we all like a sweet forest fruit infusion from time to time, but I'm not talking about those right now. If you've been following me for a while, you definitely know what a big tea enthusiast I am and how many of my problems tea has actually managed to solve. Because if you learn to match the correct tea varieties to the issues that you want solved, you are good to go. And for my skin health, I'm drinking a variety of teas as I was telling you, but I also drink them because they have other benefits as well. So for example, peppermint and spearmint, which are really trendy right now, I've been drinking these for years because they are really good for your gut health. A lot of people are being wary of green tea and I don't necessarily know why. Yes, it's a bit on the stronger side and it also contains caffeine as far as I know, so you should be only drinking it in the first half of the day to ensure that you're also getting really good sleep at night, which, by the way, getting good sleep is also key to healthy skin. And I love green tea because besides its normal form, you can also get flavor infused green tea. For example, Basilur has so many varieties that I love, and it has anti-inflammatory properties, which again, obviously great for your skin, coupled with this kind of detox effect, which I love. And overall, it's making me feel really fresh. My skin is not puffy, so I definitely recommend you try it, but try to limit yourself to 1 cup a day. Obviously, in this category, we should be also placing matcha. This would turn into a longer discussion on tea and you know how hyped I can get about that. So if you want more tea facts, please let me know down in the comment section and I will make a separate video just on that, in which I can also recommend you my favorite brands, flavors and so on. Moving to the last 2 types of tea that I really like to drink for healthy skin. First of all, it would be lavender, which I'm not sure if it has actual linked properties to skin health. However, I like to drink lavender tea, sometimes coupled with chamomile tea, in the evening before I go to sleep. It's a really nice sleepy time tea. And as I was telling you, really healthy sleep equals really healthy skin. So definitely make sure to check that out as well. Also, I know that a lot of people who aren't necessarily into herbal teas do prefer to drink lavender tea because it has a nicer taste. Now for me, they all taste amazing. Which leads us to the last tea type in this section, because I've really tried to shorten my list as I was telling you. It would be hibiscus tea. Now again, I'm not sure exactly what component of this tea is so powerful, but I have actually noticed my skin getting glowier and having like this smoother appearance when I was drinking it regularly. Now I am actually guilty of skipping it for the last few months, and obviously paired with the gloomy weather outside, my skin is kind of losing its shine, but I'm really vouching on reintroducing hibiscus tea as often as I can into my tea routine because it worked wonders for me in the past. Don't be afraid to add new teas to your routine, don't be afraid to try them. If you're not sure if you're going to like the taste, at least go out to a tea shop and try one, and make sure you get your teas from a sustainable source where they use high quality ingredients. But as I was saying, that's a discussion for another time. If I'm encouraging you to try out a lot of teas, not necessarily at one time, what I'm trying to get out of my habit, and maybe you should do if you're doing this, is to stop trying so many new skincare products at once. Obviously 1 to 2 new products added to your routine should be fine, and you should slowly introducing them if they are more powerful. You should be slowly introducing them if they are actives or if they are more powerful or concentrated formulas. However, in order for me to stay up to date with as many releases as possible and to be able to recommend you skincare products that actually are doing miracles, I have to obviously try so many out there. And if you're like me and you're getting curious about every single release out there and you're so hyped to get your hands on it, to try it out, while of course I'm not going to encourage you to not do that because I also do that, I would say maybe limit yourself to skincare products and releases that are targeted to your specific skin type. For example, if you're already using an active, for example phytochemical acids like BHA or AHA, or a specific form of retinol, I don't know, vitamin C. If you already have a trusted product contains that ingredient or those ingredients and you actually enjoy using it, it's giving you results, try at least to finish it before introducing a new product with similar ingredients. Of course, when it comes to softer products which are only meant to hydrate your skin, adding a new one shouldn't necessarily be an issue. However, if you're constantly trying out new products without finishing them, without, you know, letting them run their course in order to be able to see if they're actually having long-term results, you're most likely just wasting your money, your time, and the product in itself. Because most products, including actives and including hydrating products as well, are actually meant to, you know, be used for a bit of a longer time before you can actually say, yeah, this is giving me long-term lasting results, you know. I'm not talking about products that are hurting your skin, that are having instant bad reactions to your skin. Of course, eliminate those. Try out new ones, stay away from that product. But if one specific skincare step or product is performing well, maybe give it a bit more time before changing it, before replacing it, because this constant changing of products is not only wasting all of these things that I was telling you before, but it's also confusing your skin in a way, because all products are formulated a bit differently and your skin barrier needs a bit of time to adjust to each of them, and you might actually be hurting your skin barrier, your skin health, by shocking it with so many new ingredients at once. So if you've been eyeing out a lot of new products, eye out, because you've been seeing them. I know and understand your hype, but maybe there's a better place in which you can invest for longer term skin health, and that would be your pillowcase. And before you think I'm going to tell you just buy the satin pillowcase, I'm actually not going to do that, because I have a bone to pick with most satin pillowcases advertised out there. Now, of course, if you actually have a true satin pillowcase, natural satin, you are good to go. Please continue using that, of course. However, I have been noticing so many advertised pillowcases that I'm actually kind of getting angry at this point. This also goes with most satin clothes as well, but especially with satin pillowcases, you really need to check the label for buying them. And if you own one and you're not really sure, like, is it actually satin? Go and check it now, because it might actually be polyester. So please look on the tag, please check the tag, please check the descriptions online before buying them, because I actually almost fell in this kind of trap a few times. I was really hyped up, yeah, this is a satin pillowcase, it's also pink, exactly how I want it. And right before adding it to cart, I was like, wait, let me check the description, and it was polyester. Besides the really big hate that polyester is getting right now in the fashion community, which it deserves, honestly, we have to talk about sleeping like with your face and hair on a polyester, which is basically like a plasticky material that is hurting your skin way more than your old non-satin pillowcase was. And if satin is not accessible to you, or if you actually want more variety when it comes to adding and to your pillowcase colors and patterns and so on, as a girly who has been sleeping on cotton pillowcases for most of her life, I'm not including here the one satin pillowcase that I own, take it from me and get yourself cotton pillowcases. They are more affordable, they are easier to care for, and they come in a way bigger variety than true satin pillowcases come in. And they are such a simple addition to your routine, to your habits, let's say, that I'm definitely keeping this year, as I have. And in the same category, I would also place linen pillowcases and linen bed sheets in general, but I've had a hard time finding variety in those as well, and they can be pretty expensive. So unless I find a linen pillowcase that I actually love, I'm not just going to buy one with a random pattern or a random color that doesn't match my bedding already. You should look into that as well, because linen is actually, I think, a bit better than cotton. We have reached the fourth habit that I'm trying to keep this year, even though some products are really tempting me to break it. And I'm talking about added fragrance to your skincare product, especially really harsh and powerful fragrance. And before you reject this habit because you don't have sensitive skin, so why should you care about fragrance? Well, the dry and sensitive skin that I have right now wasn't always like this, actually. It might have been dry before before. I'm not even sure, but it definitely wasn't this sensitive. Really good skincare products. I have been managing to fix my sensitivity for a while now, so now I'm not as reactive to new products as I would used to be, and especially to fragrance products. However, it was really powerful, strong, and actually really nice fragrance in products that got my skin to its most sensitive point it has ever been. And the products that I'm referring to with really heavy fragrances weren't even actives, so I wasn't pouring scented acids on my face, you know. I was just using moisturizers and serums that were supposed to be calming and hydrating, but coupled with other skincare mistakes that I had been doing, they ruined my skin, they ruined my skin barrier. As I was telling you, I have been fortunately able to fix it, in combination with, of course, a healthy diet and the teas that I was telling you about. But I don't want you guys going through the same thing that I did. And even if you have really strong, resilient skin, you don't want to put that to test. Of course, I'm not saying throw out all the softly fragranced products that you own, obviously, or stay away from them even if they are your favorites, even if they are a holy grail or a staple in your skincare routine. However, what I'm saying is at least try to limit them, because those fragrances are pretty much added chemicals that aren't doing anything good to your skin, so they aren't benefiting your skin in any way. As far as I know, at least, if you know fragrances that are there with the purpose of somehow changing your skin for the better, please let me know. That's not a thing that your skin needs, and it might actually be hurting it, and you might not be even realizing it, because skin sensitivity doesn't always manifest as mine did, with like flakiness and literal pain, itchiness, and you know, like redness all over it. It doesn't always go like that. You can be having random breakouts that you cannot explain, or weird hyperpigmentation that you don't know, like, where did that come from? Because you've been using SPF religiously, right? Actually, skin sensitivity can build up throughout time if you're just forcing so many perfumes and fragrances on your skin. Try to limit those to avoid any sort of random irritation or random breakouts. If you do want to use some fragrances, because I do as well, like, I cannot fully avoid scented products with my curiosity of trying new products, at least try to have your staples, like your most regular products, to be non-scented, to be as irritation free as possible. So then when you're introducing or when you're trying out a product that has a bit of a perfume to it, your skin will not go crazy about it. And this point leads us to the fifth habit that I'm trying to keep. This one is not as difficult actually, because I'm not finding myself having this urge to try out new actives anymore. I pretty much have the ones that are doing good to my skin laid out. My curiosity is mostly targeted towards moisturizers, creams, or hydrating serums, because I'm so shocked and traumatized by the over exfoliation that I used to do that now I'm just limiting myself. I'm limiting the actives in my routine, and you should do that as well. So make sure you're not combining vitamin C with salicylic acid or with other types of acids. So clear out your routine, adopt this habit of not mixing a lot of actives in your routine, because you might be damaging your skin more than you know. And if your cleanser has salicylic acid in it, even then I would not, and under any circumstances, follow it up with a vitamin C toner or, I don't know, or serum or so on. Just separate them, okay? Please keep them as far away from each other as possible, because in time, as I was telling you, they might weaken your skin barrier. This sixth habit is not necessarily a habit, but I would mostly call it a change or a swap in your routine. And I would only really suggest you to do this when cleansing your makeup. So my point is that even if your skin is doing well, you might be irritating it and really making it more sensitive and actually not cleaning it correctly if you're just using micellar water to cleanse your makeup. So what I mean is, of course, I'm not even going to assume that you're not double cleansing, because we've talked about this and you do need to double cleanse. Just one cleanse is not going to cut it at night, and I have a video on that. But if you guys need more advice or more product recommendations, let me know and I'll do another video on double cleansing. Even if you're not using a ton of makeup, I would really suggest that instead of rubbing your face with the micellar water cotton pad thingy, rubbing it everywhere and rubbing that makeup and that product, just use a cleansing balm. please. I know, for example, to me it feels a bit more comfortable to just pour the micellar water on the pad and then just rub it all around, but it's not going to cut it, and you're actually not going to be able to clean all the makeup and all the products of your face correctly. So get a cleansing balm and use it, especially if you've been outside for longer times, even if you're not wearing makeup, as I was saying, and use it to break down the sunscreen cast on your face. When I do use micellar water, however, and I feel like it's not going to fail you, obviously, it's in mostly two instances. So obviously if I haven't been wearing makeup at all that day, so if I'm staying inside, not wearing makeup, sometimes not even wearing sunscreen because the sun doesn't really reach my room. And I actually like to use micellar water after using cleansing balm before using a foaming cleanser, so basically a water-based cleanser. But if that sounds confusing, again, don't worry, I have a video on that you can watch after finishing this one to clear everything out. I have actually noticed my pores getting clogged easier and faster if I'm just using micellar water and my second cleanse instead of a cleansing balm and then the second cleanse being the foaming cleanser. Because sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it's actually kind of difficult to see if you have reached all the places on your face and all the like crevices like in your eye and over here and so on with the cotton pad. And when it comes to your night skincare routine, this leads us to the this leads us to the seventh habit that I'm struggling to introduce for myself, but I have tried it in the past and it's really good. It's really paying off if you actually manage to do it consistently, and that is doing your skincare routine 1 hour before you go to bed. Because even if you think that I'm a back sleeper and my products are not going to be sticking on my pillow the sooner that I fall asleep, that's not necessarily true. Like, that's not necessarily true. I thought that as well. I thought, yes, I will just go to sleep on my back and all this oil that I applied on my face will sit in place, and guess what? In the morning it was on my pillow, obviously. And this way you're actually giving your skin enough time to absorb all the really good ingredients, to be pampered and really nice, and this way you're not wasting product and you're actually making sure that your skin stays hydrated throughout the night because your pillow is not stealing the moisturizer on your face. All in all, these have been the 7 habits that I'm trying to adopt or still keep in my routine, and please let me know down in the comment section if you have some habits that you're swearing by so we can all steal them. Thank you so much for watching, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you fairies next time. Bye!